Hey, what's up everyone? Christian and Adam here. Welcome to the first ever Gecko Kaboom DIY video. Today we're going to show you how to make a legit front opening enclosure out of a basic plastic storage container. Now see, it's going to save you money up front, it's going to save you time in the long run, it's easy to access, easy to clean, you're going to love it. Let's head outside and take a look at everything you'll need to get this project off the ground. Tools! A carpenter square, a 3-foot metal ruler, a marker, preferably fine-tipped, a hot glue gun, a utility knife, sandpaper, a drill with some bits and hole saws, a grinder with a plastic cutting blade, 2 space guns, Christian, those are clamps, a piece of cardboard, and if you really want to make your life easier, let's throw a table saw in there. That knocks out all the tools we'll need. Let's move on to the material. Materials! A Sterilite 50-quart shelf tote. At least a 12 by 12 sheet of acrylic 1/8 inch thick. Some window screen. You're gonna need some acrylic hardware. We're gonna use a 6-inch hinge, a hasp, some little nuts and bolts, and some acrylic solvent to bond it all together. Now it can be a real pain in the butt to do your layout on this tub here because of the contoured nature and the irregular shape. It's not completely square. So I've developed a couple of tricks here that I'm going to show you guys that makes it really easy. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to line up my metal ruler on these little braces here that are built into the tub. So you want your markers to be just on the outside of each of the outer braces. And then I'm going to put a mark 1/2 inch out from that point on both sides. These points should be 9.5 inches apart exactly. Now on the bottom here, we're going to have a different reference point. The Sterilite tubs have this little line here from the manufacturing, and we're going to use that to our advantage. All we're going to do is we're going to take our square, we're going to slide it down until our 1 1/8 inch mark intersects with that built-in line here on the tub. We're just going to place a dot. Same thing on the other side. Bam. So now we've got our 4 corners. All we got to do is connect the dots. You can use your metal ruler here to connect the dots vertically. And you'll need your piece of scrap cardboard to connect the dots horizontally. Next, let's cut this rectangle out. Now we're going to use a utility knife to carefully cut out the corners. Now let's cut out some holes for ventilation. And now we're going to cut our acrylic. We need to cut out a door and the pieces we need to make the L brackets that are going to allow our door to sit flush on our bin. If you don't happen to have a table saw, you can also use a utility knife and a straight edge to score and snap the acrylic. Alright, next thing we need to do is take one of the 3/4 width pieces and we're going to cut out a little slot because this is for the L bracket that's going to go on top, and we need to have a spot for where our latch is going to sit. So halfway point is going to be 4 3/4 of an inch. There we go. And then I'm going to come in 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to take the grinder and eat through the middle there and still leave a little bit of a lip. Now we're going to glue our owl brackets together. Alright, now we just need to cut out our hole to insert our hasp. I'm going to mark the center here, which is 5 inches, and then we need to come down 1 1/4. Bam. Let's go ahead and drill that out. I'll be using a 3/4 inch hole saw, and then we're just going to need to bore it out a little bit with the drill bit, and it'll fit nice and tight. And that fits nicely. This next part is optional. I like to install one of these hydrometers on each one of the enclosures, so we're just going to put it on the front door here in the corner. I'm going to trace that out. All right, we're about to attach our owl brackets here, but first we're going to lay out some holes. Remember those nuts and bolts that we told you needed? We're going to be using those to install these 2 owl brackets. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball the center and the edges of where that's going to meet up there for the top, and similarly for the bottom here. Now we'll temporarily set the bracket in place in order to mark out each hole that needs to be drilled on it. Carefully drill them out. After peeling the protective paper off of your L bracket, set the acrylic screws into the holes in the tub. Then slide the bracket into place and hand tighten the nuts behind it. Use a screwdriver to snug them up. Repeat this process for the top bracket as well. hydrometer. And there we have it. Man, it feels good getting a project like that done. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Follow us on social media. Give us a like. Ask us a question if you have a question. We're out. One, two, three. Hold on. I said three and you go, well, I was thinking about my line. Okay. 1, 2. And jump a little higher, please. Welcome to the first ever Gecko Kaboom DIY video. Do UI or UI? No, it's what you say. Don't say Gecko Kaboom. Don't say Gecko. Welcome to the first ever Gecko Kaboom do-it-yourself video. A drill with some power, a grinder with a plastic. That knocks out all the materials we'll need. Dang it. A 6-inch hinge. A 6-inch hinge.
Wiener.
Don't put that. So I'm just going to use my same metal ruler here to connect the dots, if you will. Dang it. You're a real winner there, guy. Dang it. I'm just using thumb pressure there. Swiveling. That's what I was trying to show you. So I'm not pushing. I'm not actually. This hand is putting zero pressure. Yeah, it's my left hand. I see that now after I cracked 2 of your bends. Yeah. Now I see that. Now that you showed me that. Shut up. Should I do that one over again? No, we're good. Follow us on social media. We're on Snapchat, and we're definitely not on Snapchat, but we are on Instagram. Snapchat? Where did that come from? I don't know. Okay. Anyway, Gecko Kaboom. Kaboom you later. Okay, maybe take out the gecko.